Hello, everybody. My name is Basintyan Kamo. I am Digital Risk Protection Development Director at Group IB. I'm here today to talk about data piracy in Pakistan. What schemes do scammers use to steal data? How do they do that? And we'll try to provide you with examples of this information. If we talk about data theft, the data should be stolen somehow. The most popular data theft sources are phishing sites, fraudulent sites, followed by data extortion and fake accounts of company representatives in social networks and messengers. Also, scammers do send phishing emails directly, for sure. Usually these sources are targeted to steal accounts, logins, passwords, bank card data, some confidential information like passport information. Here, you can see an example of how scammers use fake social media account to get in touch with a potential victim. The case could be connected with selling some goods or providing some services, it doesn't matter. The key target is to transfer the conversation to a messenger and continue there. Then they send a link to a victim to pay for a good or whatever. The potential victim fills the form and sends all his credentials to scammers. 3DS often does not help. Let's dive deeper into those schemes. For last 5-7 years, we got used to internet in our everyday life. COVID-19, we all know that very well. After getting bored with the routine, we become very happy to find an interesting advertisement, maybe post, message. That's the modern way of a user's behavior. And it is fairly used by scammers. We discovered this scheme in 2019. Basically, it is divided into 3 steps. The traffic attraction stage, forming a personal link stage or a multiply redirect chains, and the tag stage. On the traffic attraction stage, scammers used a lots of channels, media advertisements, email, messengers, whatever. While those attempts many well-known brands were used, users were suggested giveaways, discounts, other benefits, depending on the involved brand. After getting attracted, the user was asked to fill in a survey at the very end that contact details, email, mobile phone number, whatever, were requested. Also, the user could be asked for the contact details without passing the survey. It depends on scammers. In a few minutes, maybe hours later, maybe sometime days or weeks, depends, the user received a message or email directly. This notification announced a win and asked to proceed via link to further steps. In many cases, this was a phishing website, but with no brands on its page. So neither the domain name nor the website content were using any brand mentions. And why is the second stage so important? Yeah, we talk about multiply redirect chain. Here's the example of a personalized link formed automatically for user after passing throughout the redirect chain. While you pass through this redirect chain, different resources, different data related to your ISP, search query, operational system, IP was collected. You may see all these points within the text of the link. If you look close, examples of Windows, IP, telecom, whatever. But what is worth mentioning, the timestamp. In this way, the link could be opened only with a combination of factors from the same place, on the same device, at a certain moment. A few minutes later, the link was down. Thus, scammers covered the real phishing stage from the eyes of regulators. And if somebody was so lucky to catch the link and to grab a screenshot, the regulator didn't take any measures due to the fact that the page was already unavailable at the moment of recheck. Yeah, this led to reduction of defects, reduction of the text led to difficulties during the enforcement process and increased the uptime of each link. After all, the number of victims was growing day by day. The traffic attraction stage became much more tailored and narrowed if we talk about the updated scheme. Ads are shown to specific groups of people searching for something in particular from a concrete region. Links are still personalized and encrypted more seriously. And at the last step, there is no certain brands in the sliver person will now be suggested a web page with a brand product, which is pretty the same from the perspective of the user's interest. Also, web forms would be auto-completed with the collected, we do remember the redirect chain stage, information, name, surname from browser, yeah, some info from search query, etc. Let's look a bit deeper for as it calls scam as a service. What's frightening that everything I mentioned could be done automatically. In the scam's early stage, these fraudsters use a relatively straightforward methods. Yeah, they created paid ads on marketplaces and used social engineering techniques to convince user to pay for goods. The scammers used all the typical tricks: low prices, discounts, gifts, limited time to make purchases, and so on. Different groups came, different groups went. One thing remained constant. Yeah, the scammers got their money, while users did not get their money. And now this automatic work could be done via Telegram, via different bots, via different applications. Now there are different parts of this, different people who stands again after it. First of all, we talk about admins, yeah, about topic starters, group organizer who is responsible for the software and performance of the payment system. For providing, he's also or she's also responsible for providing support to users, yes, scammers, and for distributing funds. He's responsible for that also. The second part of it, hired workers or spammers, whose job is to register one-day account on free classified websites or marketplaces, doesn't matter, banks, whatever. Create bait ads based on ready-made templates, communicate with the victim through platform chat systems or through social media, doesn't matter, or maybe messenger, and send these phishing links to them, to victim. And the third part of it, it's not written here, but we call them callers and refunders who play the role of a courier service customer support agencies. After acquiring the victim's trust, they suggest arranging, a refund, often using the same fake resource. As a result, the victim's card is debated the second time. Now, let's dive deeper and see a bit more examples for Pakistan. The first case here is about financial industry in Pakistan and false partnership. Often fraudsters use the brand of companies as their partners to gain, this additional credibility from the user and sell their products or services more profitably. The second example is about the distribution of unauthorized branded applications in unofficial software stores. We as a company and you as a right holder should know that you should detect not only illegal usage of mobile applications in official softwares, in official stores, but also we can talk here about unofficial software stores. And these unofficial software stores and applications may contain malicious code or phishing in the end. Also, often attackers, as I said, use a company's brand trademarks for the purpose of fraudulent financial transactions or to attract traffic to third-party, fraudulent resources through Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, WhatsApp, it doesn't matter. Here we can see an example, Pakistan related only. As an example of threats to the government in Pakistan, we can see unauthorized mobile apps. Yeah. branded applications, again, in unofficial software stores. Another example is Facebook account. Often attackers use a company's brand, as I said, in a Facebook, just an example of that. Also, you can see here information in paste sites. Here we talk about leaks and so on. Yeah, attackers who take possession of someone else's personal information can use it for criminal purposes. For example, sales, blackmail, hacking into employee accounts, and this information somehow could be posted or mentioned in paste sites, Git sites, if we talk about code repositories and so on. This is another example of fake account of representatives of financial companies or maybe government. And these brands, if people are popular, this brand is used to try to get this confidential data. For sure, all these are organized in dark web, and we are able to monitor that. Attackers can discuss the brand, company, government, people, cards, whatever, in order to sell this confidential information and engage in other legal activities. All these techniques and methods, all these technologies, automated services, scam as a service, that is used to steal data. And we know how to protect it. Thank you for your attention. Hope everything was clear. Bye-bye.